Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And on the mound in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
He has great stuff, Boog, but what I love most is his drive. You know, when he takes the ball, he's going to give you everything he's got and try to pitch deep into the ball game. He's a true competitor, which makes it easy for his teammates to play hard for him. We're not going to see him take many pitches off, I can promise you that.
Now, Mason Wynn.
Let's go, Showtime!
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
Let's go.
Here we go, defense. Here we go. Defense, here we go.
to those fans sitting in the lower levels behind home plate, if any of you decide to get on your cell phone and wave to your friends, you will immediately be subject to imprisonment of no less than 20 years. Thank you for your cooperation.
Let's go, defense!
Fans, since 1980, Make-A-Wish has granted life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Children who have wishes granted build the emotional and physical strength needed to fight their medical condition. To help and support our cause, please visit us online at wish.org.
Strike him out!
Let's do it.
Put him away!
Let's go. Here we go. Take it to him.
Here we go, defense!
Come on now.
As the official charity of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Club of America allows more than 4 million children annually the chance to realize their dreams both on and off the field. Visit the Boys and Girls Club of America online at bgca.org.
Here we go.
That's an automatic ball because the timer ran out.
And a free base with the walk. Not exactly a confidence-boosting play on the mound.
Alec Burleson, the next to hit.
Come on, Showtime. Shake it off. Let's get two.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. Wynn gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That's right, LA.
in the dirt. And now a man into scoring position. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Here comes Wilson Contreras.
Let's go, Showtime. Count 1
In the dirt, blocked. Burleson up to second, runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out, so this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
At the belt and fires. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And that one got a piece of him. Here's Nolan Arenado. Golden opportunity right here.
1-0.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Bases juiced, no outs. Oh, and this one gets away. Nothing happening on the bases, though. That's way outside, and it's 3-0. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
They obviously were in a pretty great spot to take.
We welcome you to Los Angeles. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. Getting the nod on the mound, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Base hit center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And the batter now, Alec Burleson. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Throw over to first. Win back in on a dive. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
Punch him out!
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes. but that's not what that pitch was.
That misses the zone. Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Comes the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 out in the top of the first.
Batting third.
Here's
First baseman,
Contreras now.
Mlb생중계. Contreras.
Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that one
that's
missing
low.
low. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And a pitch. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
To short, could be 2. He flips it to second in time. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it, no score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Today's starting pitcher, Sonny Gray.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
We go to the bottom of the first. Mookie Betts will get us started. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And strike 1 to Mookie Betts.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Turns and fires to Betts. And it is 2-1. To the right side, but it kicks foul. Popped in the air, left field. Nootbaar makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Freddie Freeman stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that's in there at the knees. 2 out, space is empty. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. And a foul ball. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Scoreless after 1. And we're back.
Leading
All
off
set for the
for
start of
St.
the
Louis,
inning. Here's
third
Nolan
baseman,
Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
Come on, Showtime.
Ohtani back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Hit on the ground to short. Bats up with it. To first. And they get Arenado for the out.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Brendan Donovan will hit next. In there at the knees. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Strike two.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Next pitch is outside.
This guy at the dish excels in two-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
That misses the zone, and that's ball two. One out, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Let's go, LA.
Swings and misses, 2 away.
Batting sixth,
Lars
left fielder,
Nootbaar
Lars
next up for the
Nootbaar.
Cardinals. And that's in for a strike. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Oh, 0-2 now. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. That to right. Pajes moving back for this one. He's got it, and that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Fastball for a strike. And it's even up.
That's inside.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Puts it away for the out.
Batting fifth, catcher, Will.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Let's go, Will.
Inside. And that's ball one.
As a veteran out there on the bump, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
The 1-0. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
I got one ball, one strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. That one in the dirt. The count now 2-2. Just missed. Upstairs, and that is ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Max Muncy at the dish. Big time power. Just missed. Smith at first, one gone.
Let's go, Funky Muncie.
Misses again, 5 in a row.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Stay out of the double play.
Fought off foul. Next pitch is outside.
Well, knowing that this hitter's got holes in his swing, because he's got so much power, pitcher still can get a little too tight, afraid to make a mistake.
Account's full.
In the air, center field. Scott. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Andy Pajes.
And next for LA, Andy Pajes.
I love you, Andy.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a swing and a miss. And that is that. 1 left for LA. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Walker measures 6 feet 6 inches, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. And a foul ball. Now 1 missed. Top of the 3rd, no score. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hernandez settles under it, makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Batting ninth,
Victor
center
Scott
fielder
next up for the
Scott
Cardinals.
II.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That one pushed to the left and foul.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
That one ripped right center field. That's back. And that one is off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The shortstop takes the ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one outside. Now 3-1. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Hard hit, right side. Slings to first, and that is that. So 1 left for the Cardinals, and we are still scoreless. Bottom of the inning, leading off, Michael Conforto.
Designated hitter,
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts the bottom of the 3rd with a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now Hesung Kim, third baseman, playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. And there's a strike. Next pitch is downstairs.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And delivers outside. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the last half of the 3rd. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Man at second. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's off the mark and he scores. And it's 1-0.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Mookie digs in here. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there for strike one. Runner at first with no outs here.
Stay out of the double play.
Just
No
missed.
touchdown.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Los Angeles.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Kim aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next.
And
for
here
the
comes
Dodgers,
Tommy Edman.
center
Fly to
fielder,
left his first
Tommy
time.
Edman.
Look out for the double play.
Sonny Gray checks on the runner.
Oh, he's safe.
And he's back safely. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Come on, Dodger.
And ball one.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. And they get Edman for the out.
Good job. Good job. Way to do your
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman Freddie Freeman.
And here's Freddie Freeman. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Let's go, LA.
Pitch is in there. That's strike one. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Start of the fourth. Now it's the DH, Alec Burleson. And that's down and away.
strike.
There's a strike. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Contreras.
That one the other way. On to first. And Contreras is retired.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. Grounded out his first time. That misses, and it's 1-0. He was late there, strike one.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground, out to short. Throw on to Freeman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Redbirds down quietly. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Swinging a foul out of play.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Outside low, ball one.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his own right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Will Smith to the plate. He reached out a walk his first time. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting.
Muncy digs in. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That one's upstairs, ball one. And that is in for a strike. And the count is 1-1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Well struck, right field. Walker ranging back. This one's going to carry, and it's gone. And they add on. It's 2-0.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Foul ball there. Ball to strike. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's outside. 3-1 now. Check swing, called strike.
3-2.
Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. That funky Muncy with the homer for LA. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for St.
And
Louis,
now,
second
Brendan
baseman
Donovan.
Brendan Donovan.
Ohtani back to work. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Strike three, Shohei gets the K. Made quick work of him right there, Singy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And now it's going to be Lars Nootbaar, and that's in for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat. Well, in the box, he's seen that movie before. It wasn't a good movie either. He knew how it was going to end right from the beginning.
And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. His first at-bat was a strikeout.
Hey, double him up.
Swings through that one for strike one.
All ones the count.
Right down to shoot, 0-2.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Sit him down.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Man at first, one away.
Sit him down.
This one high in the air to left center. Hernandez sizing this one up, calls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, catcher Ivan Herrera.
Ivan Herrera digs in now. That one's in there, 0-1. Nootbaar, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Swing.
And that's
You're 1 ball, 1
outside.
strike.
You got nothing, St. Louis.
To the right side, but that rolls foul.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept
2
close.
balls, 2 strikes.
Just a slow ground ball this time, Kim. And that will end the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Michael Conforto.
That's right, LA.
Swing and a miss.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Down.
Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Fly ball to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, baby.
Now batting, second baseman Ha-Seong Kim.
So digging in, Ha-Seong Kim. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That
Ball
misses
one.
the zone, and that's ball one.
Ball one, no strike. Come now, here we go.
That one in there across the letters.
1-1. All right, Dodgers. Woo!
Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Sonny Gray will depart, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm.
Now pitching for
Kyle Leahy into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Betts. 0 for 2 in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. Outside low, and it's 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Zach Thompson getting ready to go. Late swing fouled off.
Let's go Dodgers. Let's
Ball
go
2.
Dodgers.
2-2 the count.
Let's go Dodgers.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Mookie Betts down on strikes.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Let's go.
Just
That ball
missed.
went out.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Dodgers.
That one way inside.
1 strike.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Let's go Los Angeles.
A changeup
Ball
missing.
inside.
And that's ball 3. Late swing, foul to the left.
Let's go Dodgers.
3-2 now. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
All right, Los Angeles.
Freeman in the box now. Takes strike one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
And the 0-1. And he takes a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
All right, let's go.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Base hit. One run is in. The second run scores, and they lead by 4.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. A strikeout and a walk. And that one clips the corner. First and second, 2 down. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
0-2 is the count.
And down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. They put 2 on the board, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in LA, top 6. Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Muncy sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Oh, that was pretty right there. Beautiful play with the bare hand. Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And now Mason Wynn. Edmund makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Up next,
2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, Alec Burleson, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Burleson, in his 3rd season, 26 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020. In there for strike 1. And that one fouled off. That missed by a lot, and the count is 1-2.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cardinals nothing.
Now pitching for
Zach
St. Louis.
Thompson gets the call from the pen.
7.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now it's Max Muncy. He's already homered here in this one.
Baseman, Max Muncy.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
All one's the count.
Just missed.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
On the ground. Tosses to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, right fielder, Andy
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Dodger dogs! Get your Dodger dogs here!
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. John King preparing to come on if needed. Romero, the power lefty, up as well. In the air, left field.
Now, kid, go!
Makes the catch. And there's two down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Michael.
Two down, base is empty. Michael Conforto will climb in.
Come on, Dodgers.
In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Fastball is outside.
Ball two.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth.
Let's go, LA!
He goes down looking. Dodgers down in order, but they're in front 4-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the top of the 7th, and up to hit is Wilson Contreras. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one off the mark. Now 2-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Michael Grove, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Vesia getting loose as well. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Let's go, Blue.
Next offering way off the plate.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Come on, Dodgers!
Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Next to hit, Brendan Donovan. That clips the corner.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
He swings and fouls one off. Arenado over at first with one away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Next offering misses down and away. And there's a ball. On the ground, could be two. To Betts at second for one. On to Freeman, double play, inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cardinals nothing. And we're back. And here is Ha-Seong Kim.
Second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim.
Ball one there. Edge of the zone for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking. One gone here. Here's Mookie Betts at the plate now. He's one of the few players in baseball history to win the MVP and World Series in the same season.
Yeah, that 2018 Red Sox season was special.
And so was 2024 for Mookie and the Dodgers. Just like that Boston team, LA won the World Series with the MVP on their roster. Instead of Mookie, though, it was Shohei who claimed the double. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The next pitch misses. Now 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Edman in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout, and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
That's outside, and the count now 2-0. Line drive, and there's a hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 3. Runner on the go. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Here comes Edman around third. He will score.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Outside low, 1-0. And that one clips the corner. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ripped on a line. Walker pulls it down. That is the inning. Dodgers with a run scoring double, and the lead is now 5-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Michael Grove.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. 0-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-2.
That one is absolutely belted. Diving, makes the grab.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
And up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Now 1-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Michael Kopech, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. So now 1-2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
That one a little bit high, 2-2. And the slider just misses.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
The Dodgers leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 gone now.
Now batting catcher
Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that is that. And down in order go the Cardinals. It's 5-0.
Now pitching for
Back
St.
now,
Louis.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jojo Romero.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but He's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Smith in the box now. No balls and a strike.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
And that is cut on and missed. That is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading off.
Man at first, nobody out. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He's already homered in this game.
Do it again.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. 0 for 3 in this one.
Come now, here we go.
And that's in for a strike. Smith, the lead runner at second. Muncy on at first with nobody out. Out there to center. Scott coming on. He's got it, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And here is Michael Conforto.
Need a base hit here. All right, Dodgers. Woo!
And that is out of play. Swings through that one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Let's go, Dodgers.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Now batting.
And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim.
Come on, Los Angeles.
And the first offering is not close. 2 on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Let's go, Los Angeles.
That misses, and the count is even 2-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And they'll do it again. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 6-0.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Mookie to hit. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Through 8 full, it's the Dodgers 6 and the Cardinals nothing. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I loved Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. Comes up empty. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Let's get the easy 2 now. Let's go.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Burleson at the plate now. That's ball 1. Grove, 28 years old. He's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in West Virginia. Way high with that one. 2-0.
Come on, Dodgers, let's go.
That's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
All right, Dodgers.
Next offering upstairs. Fastball for a strike.
3-2.
Scott, the base runner at first with 1 out. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Glove flip to second, out. A double play to end it.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
6-0 is how this one ends. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Schaum. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Los. Just about set to go. Now the starting pitcher in this.
ken MR님의 컨트롤
Otani.
MLB 다셔 25